Welcome.
You are watching Line Screw 1.
Well, hello tubers, hope you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy YouTube universe. Today I'm coming to you from Holland America's Nieuw Amsterdam. Figured I'd talk a little bit about the Alaska cruise and about my feelings and sentiments of how Holland America is, behaving on this great return to the tourist season and after the big lockdowns, and we all know about that, but I'd like to say that Holland America, in spite of, a really rocky start with the loading in Vancouver when we left, with the 2.5, 3 hour delays of boarding and all that kind of stuff, Holland America actually did try to make it up to many of us. I believe almost everybody got about a $35 shipboard credit per person as a I'm sorry, even though the reality was that a lot of that problem of the loading had to do with the actual Port Vancouver contractors and workers. So it was kind of out of their hands to a large extent, because they were here, they're ready, staff's ready to accept passengers for embarkation, but the port folks were just not prepared. So many times I was sent to the wrong part of the terminal to do something, and then when I get there, they would tell me, "Why are you here? I don't know what you're doing." And I'd say, "Well, another staff member directed me to come here." So a lot of wasted time, a lot of incredible lineups. But the cruise itself went off quite well, in the sense that staff were amazing and worked very, very hard, in spite of the ship being actually nearly full. In fact, there was many other Holland America employees that worked on other ships who were vacationing on this ship. So that was kind of interesting. Yeah, ports were busy at times, depending on how many ships. We were lucky when we were in Skagway, we were the only ship. But in ports like Ketchikan, we had 4 ships, so it was a busy, busy day. But the weather was not too bad, especially Glacier Bay. The last time I was in Glacier Bay was 12 years ago, and it was late May.
There be icebergs afloating there, matey. Actually, the most terrifying sound is hearing the ice crash against the hull of the ship, and it makes you think you're actually gonna rip a hole in the side of the ship. But apparently they must know what they're doing.
Similar season. Right now it's still early May, but the skies were blue, great weather. As for the rest of the Alaskan weather for May, typical Alaska panhandle weather, rain, cloudy, etc. But that's Mother Nature, and that's why the cruises on the early part of the season typically are cheaper. Another benefit of that was, just like I predicted, there was less children on board, as children obviously are in school still this time of year. But the ship was busy, and we had a lot of people from all over the world here. It was I would say it made the cruise more exciting, having a good mix of guests from all over. Some of the people I've met, they're anxiously waiting to see how bad the traffic will be getting off the ship once we leave and the cruise is over, and they got to fight their way into Vancouver Airport. But I kind of told the people here that, Vancouver Airport is generally ready for the big crowds. I know they had some growing pains when the big tourist season opened up again last year for travel, but I think they're slowly getting up to speed. Your biggest risk, of course, still happens to be lost luggage. So to speed up my disembarking, once we're finished with the cruise, I will be self-disembarking. I don't want to risk losing the bags or having them sent to Dallas when I don't live in Dallas. You get the idea. Plus, I recall one cruise where we got off in Whittier, Alaska, and it was an ocean of bags. And I figured, wow, this is going to be a nightmare for people to figure out whose bag is who. I know they're tagged, I know it's not impossible, and I know they do it all the time, but I prefer to just carry my own bag and just keep going and go through security, go through the port, and get on my way to whatever I'm doing next. But overall, I would say, hey, I think the cruise industry's back, Alaska's back, and the good people of Alaska deserve the money that comes in. It's a big part of their economy, and I would highly encourage anybody for coming in and taking one of these cruises, especially if you've never done it before. I've done it before, and kind of convenient that I do live in Vancouver, and this time of year I don't have to fly anywhere to get on a ship.
Now we're currently approaching the beautiful British Columbia Inside Passage. We have just entered the Queen Charlotte Strait in Pine Island. We'll sail through the Gordon Channel and then make our way down the Johnstone Strait via Blacking Passage, which will be around 3:15 this afternoon. And this is an area where we do see much marine wildlife, including orcas. From there we'll sail through the Race Passage and around Channel Point, and we expect to once again pass the tidal restrictions of seaman arrows right around 6:50 this evening. And after sailing past Campbell River, here is the Discovery Passage. We'll spend the night in the Straits of Georgia. And we'll pass the Lionsgate Bridge right around 6 a.m. and we should be docked shortly after 7 a.m. Stop alongside the East berth over at the Canada Place Cruise Terminal. Current weather conditions: it is mostly overcast, the winds are light from the north, and the air temperature is 59 Fahrenheit or 15 degrees centigrade, and more of the same is expected for the rest of the afternoon, with perhaps a little bit of rain here or there. And then in tomorrow in Vancouver we can expect partly cloudy skies again, with a 30% chance of rain, and the high again will be around 60 Fahrenheit. Also happening in Vancouver tomorrow is the annual Vancouver Marathon, which may cause some congestion in the downtown area, particularly during the afternoon hours. I'd like to thank you for your attention. Have a great continuation of your day at sea, and please do enjoy the beautiful Inside Passage this afternoon.
So in the meantime, folks, stay safe, keep your wheels to the ground. I'll talk to you soon. Over and out.